Two extra deaths now. In 1934, a fire captain named Woodward Bloxam reacted to a fire across the street from El Paso Fire Station 9 and was unfortunately not able to make it out alive. Except firefighters in the station believe Captain Bloxam is still there. And it is because of that the El Paso Fire Station 9 is now considered the 6th most haunted fire station in the country. That's according to FireRescue1.com. ABC 7's Drew Cosgray has this report.
It's Halloween, so it's only fitting that we're here at the El Paso Fire Station number 9, which is one of the most haunted fire stations in the country.
The legend has it that so in 1934, Captain Bloxam, who was the captain here at Station 9, responded to a fire across the street. There was an explosion. He died from that explosion, I think several days after. And ever since then, there's been hauntings in the station, and the firefighters believe it's the old captain.
Jesse Esterline has been at the El Paso Fire Station 9 for 6 years, and in that time, he's had some odd encounters.
Guys will say we hear, we'll all be in the same room. It's a 3-man station. We'll all be together, and you'll hear doors open in other parts of the station. You'll hear faucets running, people running up and down the stairs. This bay door will come up on its own. Nobody will hit the button, and then we'll get called. So.
The firefighters say that most of the incidents with Captain Bloxam happened here on the 2nd floor, in particular the room that I'm walking in right now. This bed right here, the firefighters will come and sleep in here at night and say that sometimes they feel something right next to their face, touching them, and they will wake up terrified. Jesse is not the only one who has had these encounters. So you tell me you've heard footsteps coming up those stairs and you believe that it was Captain Bloxam.
Yeah, so a while ago we were trying to record actually there was something happening up here, so we had an audio recorder, we had a camera, but it was late at night, so we heard some footsteps on the stairs. We thought it was Captain Lichty, which is one of the current captains, coming up to tell us to knock it off. And actually, when we looked out the door, there was nobody. And he was down there by the fire truck, so he was actually not even close to the stairs. And we don't know if he was actually one of the current captains or he was Captain Bloxam maybe coming up to check on the room or something, but we did hear the footsteps.
The firefighters say, though, that these incidences don't just happen on the 2nd floor. A lot happen in the basement, which is what they say is by far the scariest place in the fire station. The firefighters here say that this basement is almost 100 years old, and they say that this punching bag will sometimes move on its own, and they believe that it's Captain Bloxam.
You think they're messing with you, you think it's a joke, like, come on, it's not haunted. And then, they don't have to do anything. Something happens, you're kind of like, it makes you think in the back of the head, like, what was that, And like you said, you'll hear sounds, you hear people walk up the stairs, but the other 2 guys are right next to you, and you're just kind of like, so we're not going to acknowledge that. We're not going to talk about that. We're just like, hey, this is what it is.
The firefighters do see Captain Bloxam as more as a buddy, as they believe these are just pranks he is playing on them at the station.
I think you see a lot of stuff on this job. It makes you believe different things. I believe that there is something here. It's helping us. It's a fireman, and it's the pranks he plays is fireman pranks. So I do believe it.
And being the 6th most haunted station, Jesse wouldn't want to be anywhere else.
It's interesting, it's unique. I enjoy working here. I don't think I'd want to be anywhere else. I like being here, and something to come home and tell the wife about.
The firefighters are more than confident that Captain Bloxam is still here, whether he's a good ghost or a guardian angel. Reporting from Station 9, Drew Cosgray, wishing you a happy Halloween and stay safe.
I definitely wouldn't want to go into that basement.
No. If that was the 6th scariest, I wonder what the other 5 are like.
I was wondering the same thing. Wow, pretty intense. Well, that was a great story. And thank you to the firefighters and for Drew for taking us someplace where we don't necessarily want to go on our own.
I think my favorite part, though, is when he said, are we just not going to acknowledge that? We're just going to go on? Okay.
Yeah.
We're going to go on as well.